Welcome to Jewish Life Television. I am Brad Pomerance. I am so glad you're watching because it is my pleasure to introduce you to a remarkable young woman. I just met her and I am totally taken by her. Her name is Leah Bitolin. Leah, thank you so much for joining us on Jewish Life Television. Before we talk about the great work you're doing for the Jewish Agency, I want you to tell our viewers about you because it's an amazing story.
So, like I said, my name is Leah Bitolin. I'm 27 years old. I moved to Israel in '84. My family made Aliyah from a small village in Ethiopia that's called Seramle. And after a long journey, we found ourselves in Israel.
And I want to talk about the Ethiopian Jews because I actually remember it was a huge news story when the Ethiopians left the homeland and came to the new homeland, Israel. And the term that I always heard was falashas. And recently I was told that is actually a negative term. Tell me is it a negative term?
It's when my family and our community lived in Ethiopia, we were different than everybody else. So the nickname, the terms that the Christian and the other population called us is falasha, someone that is without roots. And we called ourselves Beta Israel, the house of Israel. And everybody knows our community, but the term falasha, because this is how they write about us when they told about the Jewish community in Ethiopia.
Okay, we learn something new every day. We want to avoid the term falasha. Okay, terrific. Well, let's talk about the work you're doing for the Jewish Agency, focusing on the Ethiopian community. I understand there are about 120,000 Ethiopians in Israel, and the community has faced challenges.
Right, because coming to Israel, coming to a Western modern country, it's totally different than someone that lived in a village, in a third world country. So the transition, it's not always easy. So we have to make sure that the Ethiopian Jews that are in Israel integrated well in Israel and to be part of the community like anybody else.
Earlier, I spoke with the head of delegation for Hungary, and he was talking about that one way to access young Jews is through sport. And it helps these young Jews that may have really wanted to avoid their roots or didn't know much about their roots to come back to Judaism. And you're doing the same thing at the Jewish Agency. You're using sport as a way to improve life.
Right. We're using sport to outreach those teenagers and the kids that are just wandering in the street. Because, you're taking a ball and the kids will love it. It's something that is fun for him. It's something that he's exciting about. And it's something that he can be excellent at. And once he had that experience of being successful, he can do something else and it could be successful at any things that he's choose to do in his life.
So tell us about this community. It's called Rehovot. Did I say it correctly?
Rehovot, yeah. Okay, we work in Rehovot, in a neighborhood that's called Kiryat Moshe, with an association that's called Ichalal, that operated different sports team, and they are part of the national league team in Israel. We have soccer players, we have basketball players, we have the gymnastic, athlete, and so on. And the kids loved it. And it's not just sport, it's also education. We're trying to get the kids to really achieve high in their sport level, and in the other hand, also to learn and to have some tutors that will work with them about different subjects in school.
And I understand that you're working with the Federation out of Toronto on this project, and as we said, you lived in Toronto, correct?
Right.
So did you create that connection?
So when I was in Toronto, I was an emissary for 1 year, and I worked with Hillel students in Toronto. And when I came back to Israel, I heard about the work of the Toronto Federation in Kiryat Moshe. So we kind of create that connection, and we developed all the different programs that we want to take part of. And we were able to sponsor those kids that are playing sport today.
And Leah, I understand that it's not just the Canadians that are helping the Ethiopian Jews here, but the Brits are as well. And in fact, the British Maccabiah team is reaching out to the young sportsmen in that village.
So what the British team did was a wonderful project that's called Shoes for Jewish, and they raised 500 new shoes for our players, and they actually played with our team at the Maccabiah.
Which is just terrific. And my hope and dream is that based upon the mentorship of this British team, maybe in 4 years, we can see some of these young sportsmen join the Israeli Maccabiah basketball team. Maybe in, what would it be, 2013? Okay, so what I want to know is, I am sure that our viewers at home will want to reach out and help the Ethiopian Jewish community. How can they do that?
So first of all, they can see what the Federation is doing. And if they need more information, they can go to the Jewish Agency website to see more details. And they can
what's the web address? Tell us.
Contact me. So our address is jaffe.org. You can see all the different information. And you can email me easily, leahb@jaffe.org.
I am completely taken by you. I am so glad to have met you. And you have to promise that you'll keep in touch.
I will.
And you'll let us know of new projects coming out of the Jewish Agency, specifically helping your community, because we want to keep our viewers at home informed, because I know so many are interested in the success of Ethiopian Jewry in Israel. Okay?
Toda Rabba, and I really want to say thank you for the entire Jewish world of taking care of us, of the family that are here in Israel. And because of all of you, we were able to do what we're doing today in Israel. Toda Rabba.
You're an absolute inspiration. I am so glad to have met you. My name is Brad Pomerance. You're watching Jewish Life Television.